Hey guys, it's me, Scratch How To, and today we will be making a basketball game on Scratch. That's right. So we will be needing three sprites: a basketball, a hoop, and one more. Actually we had to go to my Take Aim project, because I did a tutorial on it like a few days ago. But you could watch it and you had to make the aim. So let's put that in our backpack. And yeah, I think in our backpack, let's go to the how to make a basketball game. Okay, we have the aim here. Let's just drag that in. And boom, as you see, we already have our code here. So yeah, so instead of player, we'll go to basketball and the angle. Okay, so we'll point towards the mouse pointer, and then we do our direction. Power, distance to mouse pointer. And instead of 25, how about 50? Okay, so now our hoop is should we go? So now basketball. When green flag clicked, broadcast reset in the basketball sprite. Let's make a new variable called thrown for all sprites. So when I receive reset, we set thrown to 0, go to x negative 200, and then we go to y0, and then we broadcast throw. When I receive throw, then that's when we want to we repeat until our mouse is down. We point towards mouse pointer. That's all we want to do. Set thrown to 1, which will basically make so that we are thrown. Now let's make a new list called x and y and for direction for all sprites. So let's delete all of this in the reset over here. Okay. So now in the aim, so we're actually going to add thing. Actually, you know what? Remove the delete all of x, y, and dir from the basketball. Let's move it to the aim here before the repeat length, and then at the beginning we add x position, we add our y position, and then finally we add our, you guessed it, direction. So let's see how that goes. So far as you can see, we have our aim. We'll be fixing the outstretchedness in a moment. If we show the list, it's filled up with x and y positions, and that's good. So now let's go to the basketball. Okay, let me pause the project. So now we repeat until, oh yeah, and in the aim, let's go back to the aim. So you see this go to basketball, point towards mouse pointer. Let's put it in an if. If our thrown is equal to 0, which means we haven't thrown the ball yet. Like watch. If so we threw the ball, and yeah, when you get added shows and hides, so so when we make our aim, when we create, so when I receive, we broadcast delete here actually. So there we go. So now we have the ball, and then once we click, it goes away. Okay. So now we repeat until the length of x, y, and dir is less than 1. So this will repeat the whole entire loop. We go to x item 1 of x, y, and dir, and we go to y item 2 of x, y, and dir. We point in direction item 3 of x, y, and dir. And then we delete one of x, y, and dir, delete one of x, y, and dir, and delete one of x, y, and dir. Now I might be thinking, wait, why don't we just delete 3, 2, and then 1? Well, because if you delete 1, it'll automatically go to the next item. So if we delete 3 times, it deletes those 3 items. So this is just a simple way of doing that. And then we can just broadcast reset right after we're done. Okay. So let's see how that looks right now. Let me hide the list. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Now let's start. Then let's do that the aim actually interacts with the hoop. Okay, so let's add an if. If we are touching the hoop, and if you didn't notice, here is a different color from here. Why? Well, so that because I want the ball to pass through this wheel section, but still get hit from here and here. So let's add an or on the left, on the right side. So touching hoop, and then let's grab two touching colors. Touching color of this. I mean, no. The brightly colored one, the brightly colored area. Or we're touching the color of this, which is the backboard. Okay, so now if we're touching the hoop, then we want to turn right 135 degrees. Make sure that we turn out, and we'll keep the X position, Y position there. We move 10 steps, and then we create a code on myself. Okay, actually we already have that stuff there. So we can just remove this and place it above this. So if I, what if I add this? Oh yeah, we also gotta surround this thing with the if. I have to do if we're not touching hoop. Oh yeah, that's right. So at the beginning here, we have to add a show, and then we gotta add a hide here. There we go. So now, yep, as you can see, now it starts to reflect. Why do we need to add a show and a hide? Well, because the sensing blocks turn off. Like these sensing blocks turn off if the sprite's here. So we have to show it, do the setting, and then we hide it. Okay, so as you can see, that's not working out as expected. How about we add another move 10 steps here? Okay, there we go. That is way much more better, as you can see. So let me just make this smaller. Okay, I did. So now, as you can see, it reflects in there perfectly. So now, let's do is that also when it touches this, it will bounce off. So all we have to do is just add another or here and touching color this color. So now as you can see, it bounces off that too. But we also want to do the edge. So if not touching hoop and edge. So let's add touching edge here. And then let's add an or here. So or touching edge. So now this is what your code should look like. Okay, so now as you can see, while we're touching the edge, it does that. Okay, but now we can increase this up to like 150. Of course, that is a way bigger mess than it should already be. So how about let's just reduce it to 100. I mean, obviously that's still a bit overboard, but I mean it's kind of cool, right? I mean, look, I just made a bow. Let's shrink it back down to 50, or how about 75? So now you can see where. Or what if we actually do the distance to mouse pointer? Yeah, that should be good. So how about we do our X position. Wait, no, the X position of player, right? I mean X position of basketball towards the mouse X. So mouse X in the right spot. One sec. Mouse X in the right. And then let's grab a thing. Let's change this to basketball. Yep, X position already sets it to that. So we have this. Okay. As you see, oh yeah, okay. How about we switch these around? Okay, there we go. But we still need to divide by something. So how about we divide by like 10? Because it could be a lot. Okay, well, as you can see, it goes farther the farther we are. But how let's shrink it back? Let's shrink it down to 7.5. Okay, how about 5? Because we want it to be long. Yeah, 5 is good. Okay, so now we have that. And we also have the angle. What about the power? Well, I mean, the angle is up and down, and the length is left and right. But the power is already distance to mouse pointer, so we don't need to worry about the power. Okay, so if I shoot the ball, yeah, it goes farther, but if I do that, Actually, this should be the visible amount, because instead it should go on, instead of repeating length, we will repeat 100 times. But if, let's make a new variable called I. Set I to 1 at the beginning. And then if length, I mean no, if I is greater than length, where's our I variable? If I is greater than length, or actually if it's less than length, then we create clone. So if I unpause it, it will look exactly how it was before, except not quite. First we gotta change I by 1 at the end of the repeat loop, and now, so it shows how long we are, but look, as you can see, it still goes farther around. Why? Because there are still clones being made. I mean, there's not clones being made. It's still adding the X and Y, and there you can see it's still 300 no matter how far we are. So it's still going to move like 300 frames before it stops. So if we repeat 300, we can repeat as much now, because this doesn't determine how many clones there are. It just determines how far the ball will move before it resets everything. See, it still goes on, even though it didn't show the clones. So now we can just do this. Bam. So now when the basketball, if it's touching the color, and let's set the color to black, then we want to stop the script, but we also want to broadcast reset, and we also want to delete all of X, Y, and dir. Okay, so then it restarts the cycle. So look, if I make the vault in here, and then it just resets, and the farther I move, then the more I can see where the ball will go. But we also want to check if we move down, because so let's just make a new variable called I. Right, let's set I to our Y position at the before we go to X and Y, so that if we're touching color and let's see, so the Y decreases, right? So then if I is less than the Y position, but we also want to minus like 5, maybe 10. Yeah, 10 is less than Y position minus 10. Basically what this does, it makes sure that we were falling, and that we don't, even when we touch here, it doesn't activate. Okay, let's see. So now that I have that, let's see how it looks. Yep, it just bounces right off. But now what if I make it in here? Yep, I made it in there. And now let's create a score. I mean, this should be pretty easy, right? So we set score to 0 on the green flag, click not the reset. And then at the end here, we change score by 1. Actually, no, once we make it in the basket, so that's before this reset. If touching color and I is less than Y position, minus 10. Okay, and now if I hit here, yep, it just bounces right off. You might also notice that on the sides here, like on the little bits here, it doesn't exactly like do anything there. That's because it's really not supposed to. I mean, as you can see here, it has the touching color gray, but it also detects black as this color of gray. But if we move just a little bit, it looks like the ball touched there. So basically, the smaller the ball, then the more precise we can actually make our game. So let's see, what is the size of our ball? 3 by 3. So we gotta move 3 steps here. Okay, well, that does not look good. How about we change it back to 10 by 10? I think that was 10 by 10. No, that's 8 by 8, but I guess we can make it more precise, right? Oh no, that still doesn't look good. Yeah, that doesn't look that good. Let me change it back to 10 by 10. Whoops. Oh, that's 14 by 14. Okay, there we go. We got 10 by 10. Oh, yep, that looks way better. But we can still change the size if we want to. So keep that in mind. But how about instead of 5, how about we just divide by 3? Oh no, that's way too much. Definitely 5. Okay, let me just aim. Boom. So if you don't want that to happen, we can just set this to we can set it to the same color as this, and then this one also to the same color as these. And then we can go in the aim sprite, and then we can remove this one. It also makes our code shorter, as you can see. And boom, there you have it. Now we have a full working basketball game. It may not be a professional one, but at least it's still something. Also, the ball moves around for a really long time, so I'm going to decrease the repeat loop time. Actually, we could change this to be ticks, and then we could just add this here. And we can set ticks to how many times we want it to move. 100 ticks is the equivalent to, I mean, on average, one tick is like 30 frames per second. So 100 ticks would be 3,000 frames per second, if I do my math right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because scratch on that 30 frames per second. So yeah, it'd be 3,000 frames. I know it doesn't look like that much when you're doing it here. Oh wait, there's a flaw. Look, if we do this, it goes to continue falling. Oh no. Maybe we need to set it to 5. Oh, sorry, I meant y position minus 5 is less than I. Sorry. What we're actually supposed to do is our y position was less than I minus 5. So I actually did it the wrong way. Sorry about that. Okay, so if I do it, there shouldn't be any more flaws, right? Yep. Actually, once it immediately goes in, so let's set it to 10 so that we can at least see it like go in. Okay, let's see that. Oh, still a major flaw. Let's see now. Yeah, it goes in immediately, but I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Or if we set it, if there's gotta be some kind of sweet spot, right? 8, 9, 10, 9.5, 9.3. There we go. It's 9.1, I guess, because we can see the ball go in. So yeah, so the sweet spot, I guess, is 9.1. That actually took me kind of a long time. And even when it touches the edge, it still bounces around, as you can see. Isn't that actually cool, though? How it just bounces around? Like, look at that. And it just bounce. Like, that's pretty cool. Actually, let's see. We need to show the score variable. 16. Let's see how many times can I do it. We can do it at an up angle. Or, yep, that was so bad. But it's most likely preferred to do it like this. Or actually, we should set the Y position to a random number. Like, pick random, negative 180 to 180. Oh, yep. Is this going to be good? Yep. Okay. Okay, under here. Oh, there's still a flaw. Let's just set it to 5. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. Let's change this to more of a... Instead of a 35, I want 125. That's more bouncy. Okay. There we go. 10. Oh, yeah, once you miss, then the game ends. So instead of broadcast reset, we stop all. Okay. So if I just lose, the game is over, right? What? Oh, I see. Okay. If we are not touching color black, once we reset and we're not touching color black, actually no, that's not fishing. We don't need to add that stop all. We can just do it like this. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share, as it helps the channel. Hit that notifications bell. Have a wonderful day. But yeah, that's Turbo Warp Dark mode. I mean, I guess it does look good. So yeah, let me add my letters project. I actually make my previews after I make my video. So I'm gonna show you guys what the preview will be like. Oh, 1 sec. Forever broadcast delete. Is there delete for anything? Oh yeah, 2. 2. You don't need to do this. But if you want to show the score up here, then you can just follow my text engine tutorial. All right, 0, 120. Actually, 125. Going score. Basically, scratch. I don't type this record button up here. So 1 sec. Let's just see what it looks like. Oh, no. Negative 50. Okay, 70. Okay, there you go. And then instead 125. Oh, 150. Okay, so let me see. Just make sure the score is good and tested. Yep. Okay. So now they just record. Yep. You just input the settings. You do start delay. I don't usually do start delay. I just do once the green flag's clicked. Okay. Yep. This is how I usually make my tutorials. You can go back and replay just to see if it's just like this. I usually don't talk that much during these. See, I'm gonna get score 10 and then I'm gonna end it. Okay. And yeah, that's how I make my previews. Anyways, bye.